Hello, people of YouTube and the internet. This is Jackson from God Guns and Guitars coming at you live from the studio. And what do we got today? Well, I haven't done a review of any of my products recently, so that's what we're going to be talking about today. My new filters came, my water filters, and I already have the filter units themselves, but I'm going to change out the filters. I'm going to review them. By the title, I'm sure you guys could have figured this out, but this one is actually going to be the Propur ProMAX water shower filter. This is a product I bought from Infowars. I buy a lot of stuff from them because I support their broadcasts and what they do. However, I will say I'm going to give somewhat of a negative and positive outlook on this. And then, of course, we'll make sure it runs and everything after I change it. So, all right, let's get in here. All right, everybody. So here's the filter. It's kind of, it's self-explanatory what it is and how it works and all of that. It just comes in this little plastic package. So we're going to set that aside and we're going to take a look at this thing first, and I'm going to tell a little bit about it. I will probably overall give this product maybe a 3 out of 5 star, and I'll explain why. When it works, it's a 5-star review, hands down. And what I mean by that is this is such a chintzy plastic chassis. You have to be very careful when you're assembling this and putting it together. I have been in contact with Propur many times because of dumb things that just shouldn't have happened, that are just really cheap on the manufacturer standpoint. I don't blame Infowars for this at all. First thing I'll note is if you do go and buy one of these things, which I do recommend still doing because, again, the thing is impeccable when it does, when it's assembled, you know what I mean? This piece in the back here did not come with a unit. The threads of most older houses aren't national pipe threads, so you need an adapter, which Propur will send to you. I mean, they're very good with their customer service. They've never had a question on sending me other products or anything. Also note, this chassis doesn't say Infowars anywhere on it. I'll post in a video, possibly. I may or may not, if I can find all the pieces of the old chassis. There's a lot of O-rings on the inside of here, which we'll take a look at in a minute. If you don't have all this stuff lined up perfectly, water will leak out of it, and the chassis can't physically handle the pressure, and it will crack the chassis. Like I said, it's an awesome thing, but whenever you get down to the nitty-gritty as far as how well this thing is made, it's really not made well at all, which is sad. I'm very careful not to bump this thing or anything like that when I'm taking a shower. I'm very, very careful, to not do that. You can see I could have I have some plumber's tape, over all these areas, which I had to do to keep them from leaking. And again, when it leaks, eventually the whole thing will crack. So we're gonna take a dangerous maneuver here and try to change the filter itself. It's not gonna be hard at all. I know what to do and everything. And so once I pull the old one out, we'll take a look at it, see how disgusting it is, see all the crap it's pulling out of the water. Okay, everyone, that was kind of gross, but when I took the lower piece of this off, you can see how it has kind of some yellow around it. That's a combination of, my guess, toothpaste and then plumber's tape, and then just build up of God knows what. But all this yellow water came out, and landed in there, which is pretty interesting. From when I took the filter out. The old filter's here. It doesn't look that bad, to be honest. It's really not bad at all, which I do clean these periodically. I don't think it says that you're supposed to or have to, but I do it just for efficiency of the product and things of the sort. But yeah, the old filter doesn't look that bad at all. It's got a few marks on it. I'm getting pretty lucky with this because usually when I unscrew that piece from that piece and open the chassis, there's usually and it's still up in there. If you kind of see that gray ring on the inside, there's one right, let me get in here. There's one right here. I'm trying to do this without touching it. And then there's one in the inner center. Those are 2 O-rings. And those are the ones that will give you the most problems, trying to get them to stay in there. Toothpaste works wonders. If you don't know that trick, take some toothpaste, pretty much smother the ring in toothpaste and then stick it up in there. Which, speaking of which, in a little bit here, we'll do another review of Infowars Super Blue. I dig the stuff, you know, but we'll do a review on it. So without further ado, we're going to change filters. This one's pretty lucky. Or I'm pretty lucky with this one that all the O-rings didn't pop out. So, also real quick, I want to quickly note I am going to scrub the inside of this out. See how it's got some yellow. I believe that's plumber's tape as well from the threads. I don't know. It's actually on the inside, so maybe that's not what that is. But anyway, you see that gray O-ring inside of there as well. It's kind of down here. I don't want to touch it. That shows how many O-rings are in this thing. So figure I would do that before we just throw it on here. All right, so we put the other piece back on. We put the filter on. So I'm gonna do a test run of this and make sure she's running clear and all that stuff. I would not be surprised if I got a leak from this first initial trial. It usually happens, but we'll see. I'm gonna turn the water on slowly. We're gonna start by turning it to the shower setting. That'd be smart, huh? I'm gonna start it real slow and then work my way up. Alright, I'm not getting excited yet because usually it'll crack somewhere in here. And I'm keeping my hand up here in case it gives out here, because then the whole unit falls off and it's a mess. So, again, I'm not trying to make this product sound bad. I'll say this, it is, I'll give more of a positive piece to this towards the end. You will see some black in the water when you first change the filter. That's just the carbon of the filter, that's normal. You want to run both the hot and the cold water to get all the carbon out of there. The reason it does that isn't the device, by the way. See how I have like the pressure all the way up, but like the water's hardly coming out? That's because of the pressure we have it adjusted to in this house. I don't know why, but other fixtures in the house, if we turn this up too far, is like ridiculous. But interesting enough, check this out. If I turn it down, like I'm turning it off, watch this, it'll go crazy. See, if I turn it down, you get a good stream. Doesn't make any sense. But it's not this head, because it does it with any head I put onto here. So anyway, I'm not a plumber. It works. I'm not going to complain about it. So hot was all the way up. We're going to turn some cold on it now. I'm adjusting the cold with the hot here. Now we got a really good stream going, and she's not leaking. I'm very impressed. Again, I'm not trying to make this sound bad, you know. I just turned it down a little bit, that's why or turned it up so it's gonna appear that way. Well, anyway, so you guys don't want to waste any more time watching water. Here's my overall review of this thing. I'm gonna shut this off. Actually, I'll let it run on cold for a minute while I'm talking. Yeah, look at all the shit from the cold. You want to run both. Always. Run it for about 2 minutes a piece. Hot, cold, hot, cold. But overall, this has really helped me. I'm a runner. I usually run at night because I don't sleep at night. It's like 2 o'clock in the afternoon. I'm just getting moving. So I kind of have a night-ish job. So evening shift, that kind of stuff. But anywho, it's helped me a lot with as far as being just my skin. I'm not breaking out near as much anymore. If you ever taste the water, I don't advocate doing that, but I mean, it doesn't taste like tap water or water from a tap. It tastes like from my other filter, which we'll get into the Propur countertop filter at some point, because I have to change that filter too, so we'll do a review on that. I'll shut this off now. It's run good enough. But that's kind of the overall deal. I mean, you got a lot of, you know, it is helpful. I am glad that I bought it now that it's working. I had to get in contact with Propur probably 5 times. No, 4 times total. You know, and it's... I just wish it was built a little bit better. I know what they were trying to do with the ABS plastic. They're trying to keep the heavy metals and all the bacteria and stuff out of that. I just don't dig it, you know what I mean? It's so easy to when you're putting this thing together, don't He-Man anything by any means. You know, just ease it. Whenever something's tight, put it like an 1/8 or 1/4 of a turn at most, because you can strip threads, you can break it. It's so easy to do. And when this chassis cracks, it explodes. I'll put a picture or something up of the old one, and my dad tried to epoxy. It looks like he freaking dipped it in cement. It's funny when he tries to fix things. But anywho, as always, I hope you found this useful. But as always, like and subscribe. Long live this country. Long live our republic. And in the name of Ronnie James Dio, long live rock and roll. Thanks, guys. Amen. I'll get out of here. I'm taking a shower.